When outsiders instantly notice that TERRORCATTLES a hidden agenda to that Zers, he is benevolent and unworthy of suspicion. In truth, TERRORCATTLES' goal is not only vile, but perhaps the most destructive in the region. TERRORCATTLES has all but the items he needs for his ritual. Gems, 2 spread potions of fireball. Normally, fireball cannot be put into a potion, but these are used in a very specific manner. A cloak of etherealness, and 2 willing sacrifices. Once complete, TERRORCATTLES will become a divine living fire, capable of almost anything. What am I even reading anymore? What is a completionist task? The first ring of the PYREFAUST hosts the fire salamanders. Hordes of flame brothers patrol the catacombs and roam outskirts of the first ring, expelling invaders who cross their territorial markers at the Salt Gate and Deep Chasm on the south end. Flame brother salamanders negotiate the creature that crosses the boundaries and invite it, attacking ferociously. The fire salamanders, ruled by noble salamanders in the lowest ranks of the flame brother salamanders are guards of the low social standing. Flame brothers rise in salamander society, one by proving their worth as guardians of the community, and flame brother salamander performs a worthy deed of a defense of the rabbis. He is promoted to the rank of a Krokresser, an lesser lord, and begins commanding patrols. Krokresser, distinguished from the flame brother salamanders by the steel lockets by the wear of their necks. Each of their lockets contains a single silver scale from the noble salamanders and promote them to Krokresser. The nobles then rule for the fire salamanders, and the PYREFAUST called the CURTAL, and distinguished from their other salamanders by a silver patch for the scales of their forehead. The Kassir are the oldest, and the rest of the fire salamanders. The Kassir all consist of the noble lords. The Kassir are Kassasarin, and Kassir Ignius, and Kassir Klassastasis, and Kassir Sasasarin, and the strongest of the salamander nobles, relying on the brute strength of the dispatch opponents. Kassir Ignius is the most cunning of the lords. He has a sound tactical sense and negotiates before attacking. Kassir Tantalus is the weakest of all 3 lords, and Kassir Catticus avoids conflict entirely, allowing the other lords to deal with physical problems. Wow, even though none of that noise made any logical sensory endpoints, for me that was all really hard hitting. It's just like, what exactly did that just say? Shocking. The gate of the PYREFAUST. The entrance to despair. Centuries of the nest. Molt. Nest of vipers. Flame brother salamanders stuck in tar. Den of lords. Pit trap. The isolated bears. The flow. Shocking path. Sinkhole. Black blood of the earth. Crossroads. Treasured secrets. Cult of Tyrus, crossing the river bridge. Fire giants forge. Trebuchet giants. The fire giants melting pot. Cave-in. Iron ore depository. The hidden drop-off. The fire giant prisoner alcove. Intersection of pits. Room of flames. Room of flames. The 4th ring of the PYREFAUST. Azure mining equipment storage. A burst of lava. Volcanic. Gemstone mountain. Statue of the Saratini. Rest of the unusual size. Rest of unusual size. Unbiting heroes. Swarm of Rast. Free-range Rast. Rast, court of blood, invisible pendulum. Caged wyverns. Intersection of fire. Unlocking switch. Dining wyvern. Hood of darkness, trapped wyvern. Dead wyvern, fire in the hall. Prisoners of fate, fire woman. The ice prison of the ancient devourer. As you creep through the tunnel, you feel an icy chill. The floor is frozen, your footing uncertain. The tunnel narrows as you progress. Ice buildings up the walls until it ends at a large crack in the glacial wall. The crack is large enough for a small troll to squeeze through, leaving ample room for you to enter. Beyond the crack, Pyre's crack dark orange lights through the ice over walls. You emerge from the crack in the wall onto a plateau almost entirely covered in ice, save for a few barren places towards the south. Suddenly you hear movement, as if someone were dragging two monoliths across chainmail. The dragging sounds are followed by a ghastly snort, and the cloud of smoke rises from the center of the room. There, a gargantuan red dragon slumbers in a pile of gold pieces and fine crafted items. The thought of his proclastic breath dissuades you from approaching. However, all hope is not lost. The red dragon is sleeping and seems unaware of your presence. To the south, there is an unlit antechamber to the cavern. To the north, you see another large crack in the glacial wall, about 9 feet tall and 9 feet wide. This seems to be lead out of the PYREFAUST to a different part of the dungeon. Well, I think I'm going to call it there. That was the end of the PYREFAUST. I'm sorry I just wasted so much of your time. This PYREFAUST really was super annoying. I hope there's nothing like a PYREFAUST in reality, because that would be super lame.